315 Sports, sponsored by Sanderson Ford.
I'm Craig Foy alongside Colin Harmon and the College Football Hall of Famer guy who's played in 4 bowl games, including the Fiesta Bowl. Mark May here, 2-time Super Bowl champion as well. Before we start, here is Dan Lanning and Bo Nix talking after the game, after the 45-6 win over Liberty.
I just think it speaks to the direction, the base that these guys have created for where we're headed and what we're about to do. That they believed in what we wanted to accomplish, and it's really, this is all about our players. Right, our players, had buy-in. They knew what the goal was and what to accomplish, and we're going to build off of that in the future. And they really set the stage for that.
I wanted to go out and compete one more time. I wanted to go out and play another game. I don't think you're promised many opportunities to play the game of football. And with the year that we had, it would have been a shame if I, didn't go out there and finish with the guys who made it all possible.
This guy has the single-season record for passing touchdowns, passing yards, and most touchdowns in an Oregon Bowl game right here at quarterback, not to mention set the NCAA passing record for completion percentage. So he's done a lot for this program. He's played in a lot of elite ball, and we're really proud of him.
So Bo Nix choosing to play in a bowl game when so many other guys, Mark, are not choosing. You played in this game. You played in 4 bowl games. What's that like?
Well, playing in a bowl game is a great experience for you, particularly when you get to be a senior, because you're playing your last game with your friends, the guys that you went through college with, guys you practiced with, the guys you went to training camp with. All your buddies are there, so you want to play with them. Back when my era, there were no opt-outs. Yeah. But for Bo Nix to come back, Heisman Trophy finalist, he's got to be a first-round draft pick, wanting to play this last game with his friends, with his teammates, I think that shows a lot about his character and what type of person that young man is.
Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily agreed with it just from a long-term future thing, right. But I loved his answer, and I love him going out and doing what he did. Oh. I just wish they would have let him throw it at the end and get the Fiesta Bowl record. He tied it with 5 touchdown passes. He should have had 6.
Bo Nix, 28 of 35, 363 yards, 5 touchdown passes. And Tez Johnson, the receiver, 11 catches, 172 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this Oregon team was dominant over 23rd ranked Liberty.
It didn't start out that way.
No,
we're thinking, hold the phone. Liberty maybe there's a Boise State special here. They march it right down the field, 6 plays, 75 yards in just over 2 minutes. They're up 6-0 all of a sudden. Yeah. But we saw pregame walking on the field. Oregon was double the size of these Liberty guys. I mean, it was men against boys. And once Oregon started pushing it, in the pile and running the football, you could tell there was a big difference.
Liberty had that first strike, and they were impressive in it, the way that they did it. But the way Oregon plays, you know that they're going to come back because they've been in big games. The toughest opponent that Liberty faces here is New Mexico State. If you look at Oregon's schedule, they played a tough schedule. Their only 2 losses were against a team that's in the playoff in Washington. They lost to them twice this year. And you just knew that they were going to grind it out. This team wasn't going to let Bo Nix down because he came back to play in this game to be with his teammates. So they played hard after that, and they shut him out from that point on.
We've been talking all season about explosive plays of 20 yards or more. There were 9 today in this game, 6 by Oregon of 40 yards, 44 yards, 21 yards, 50 yards, 40 yards, 24. So many explosive plays. That takes the wind out of your sails for the defense, Mark.
It definitely does. And the way that they set it up with the run here and there, and then all of a sudden they go down the field. They had long runs in this game, too. And the offensive line really took over in this football game from the second quarter on. It was a different ball game.
An announced crowd of over 47,000, but I'm not sure there are that many people here in the seats. Again, Oregon beats Liberty 45-6 here in the Fiesta Bowl, the 53rd annual Fiesta Bowl, by the way.